All right, so somebody asked me to do a video on how to fakie ollie up a curb. So let's start at the beginning. You're gonna wanna know how to ollie. So with ollies, your back foot presses really quick and hard on the tail. Your front foot helps even the board out in the front and pull the board up off the ground. And then if you have a parking lot like this with lines, you can try to ollie over the lines. And then after that, we're going to do fakie ollies. So fakie's the same thing as just rolling backwards, you know? All right, so with the half cab, it's all in your shoulders. So your head's gonna turn first, your shoulders are gonna follow, and then your hips, your legs are gonna follow that. So I'm winding up, and then I'm just popping. You have like more leverage to turn and pivot because you're just kind of pivoting off that back truck. Just like sometimes when you're doing nollie stuff, it's easier than switch because you're pivoting, you can really pivot into it. All right, so you're gonna wind up your shoulders the opposite way and your hands and everything, and then you're gonna turn your head and then your shoulders the way you wanna go right after you pop. And everything else kind of follows your hips and knees and everything. So you wind up and you can kind of pivot a little bit at first. When you're doing a half cab, I gotta watch all these pebbles out here. You can kind of pivot just a little bit. Over time, you'll get where you don't really have to pivot as much. The cool thing about fakie is you don't have to do a complete 180. Half cabs are so much easier than regular 180s because you really just barely turn and you pivot the rest of the way. You don't even have to get it around that much. So you can just barely pop and then just kind of pivot the rest of the way. So when you're ollieing up a ledge, normally you're going perpendicular with the ledge, straight at it. But if the sidewalk is long enough, you can go parallel with it and try to ollie up it. That way it might be easier. You can actually do it halfway at first. So what used to be called a deca, where you land like this right on the middle of the board and then you kind of lift up on there. All right, so after that, let's move some of these leaves. You should be able to do it all the way. I found the absolute worst spot to do this. I feel like that might actually be easier because it's really kind of throwing me up on the ledge and I don't have to worry about coming straight on and popping and maybe hitting my tail. It kind of makes sense. Like you could even fakie ollie and then pivot. How's this Hollyland mic sounding on my hat? Let's try to do another normal one like this before we try and go perpendicular. The thing is, it's so much easier to go off of a ledge, fakie, you know? Actually, maybe diagonal is easier than like straight parallel. So come at a little bit of an angle. So I've been trying to do this video for 2 days. I've been wanting to use this little sidewalk right here because you need like a small obstacle at first when you're learning a new trick, and this one maybe 3 inches tall. So I've been doing these for a while, but if you're just learning this trick, you want something small like this. So yeah, so you're gonna want to pop this before you get to the object you're wanting to pop over, because when you're going fakie over something, it tends to want to like run your tail into it. So pop before, land about here, pivot up there, and it just works. If you're struggling with this, maybe go at a little more of an angle. Let's try to go more of an angle this time. My tail is so broken right now. Maybe I'll do a half cab manual too. That's really the next step. Maybe that's what the video should be called, I don't know. All right, there's a half cab manual. Maybe in another video I'll do a kickflip out, because I think I could do that. I think I could kickflip in, kickflip out on this thing. It's like 3 inches tall. Oh man, I just love to shake my arms around now. I cannot do anything clean anymore. Alright, there's another half cab manual. That one was somewhat clean, so let's move over. Alright, so this ledge is pretty cool. It's got this long section and then a manual pad. This one's maybe 6 inches tall or something. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, give it a like, a comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and yeah, keep pushing, keep learning to skate. Thanks.